Hi everyone, we are Luke and Slide and this is Science of Victory. Today, our advisor from World Champions Navi will teach you to analyze your opponent's setups the way pro players do. In our previous episodes, we selected an all-purpose setup for the team battle mode. Well, in reality, your setup is not the only important thing. You also need to know how your setup works against your opponents. That's why experienced players have a standard action pattern independent of the map. The commander analyzes the enemy setup and based on this analysis can adjust the tactics. The battle starts from the loading screen for good commanders as they plan ahead. Does the enemy have slow vehicles? What about fast tanks? How many autoloaders? Are there any TDs? How mobile is their team in general? All of these questions should be in the commander's head during this time. Then, he should compare the enemy setup with your own. There is one goal here: find weaknesses. So let's answer these questions. First one, what if the enemy has slow vehicles? Well, if you see some slow vehicles, play aggressively from the very beginning. Try to destroy slow tanks before they even get into a good position. If this is impossible, for example, the map just doesn't allow it, then don't rush and try to spread the enemy vehicles. Poke the enemy from different directions and look for weak spots. It's easier to do this while capturing the base. Use your T1s for this. As soon as the enemies divide their forces and you can attack at a 5v3 advantage, do it. Moving on. If you see that the enemy has TDs, be extra cautious. Good recon is really important, but keeping the scout alive is more important. TDs are very dangerous, but only before they are spotted, usually. Besides, the team with TDs is less mobile. This means you need to corner the enemy on a small part of the map and carefully weaken their defense. No rush, just try not to get damaged. And if you do take damage, make sure to tell the commander where from. An example: Prokhorovka. A 1390 spotted his twin in the center and 3 heavies on line 5. We also grouped there. Suddenly our scout gets some unnecessary damage from a TD. The Borsig isn't seen, but our player says the shot came from the alley. Well, we lost some durability points. Though we know the Borsig is on the alley and will be reloading for the next 15 seconds. The enemies have split their forces. No time to hesitate, we need to rush the heavies. IS-3s go first. They have to absorb the shots. Now the French can easily unload their drums. That's how we do this. The TD was unable to help his team during this time. Victory is ours. We can clearly see their commander's mistake. The split was wrong. But it's not about that. If the scout didn't report where he was shot from, then the battle could have unfolded differently. So tell your commander any useful info you get. Just don't overload your communication. Keep it simple. The next question: how many autoloaders? If the enemy has less than you, then try to come closer and force a melee ranged battle. A proven fact, up and close the autoloaders deal damage much more efficiently than when firing from afar. And vice versa, if the enemy has less sturdy turret tanks, such as Pershing, T-32, IS-3, then try to stay at a distance. The enemy will hardly make use of their drum. They will have to trade a shot for a shot, and you have better armor. Besides, you will add another problem for enemy autoloaders. They are constantly thinking of a good moment to reload. As a result, when you rush to attack, it's possible that one of them will be sat on the sideline, only able to watch. It's hardest when both the enemy and you have the same setup, a mirror matchup. In these cases, the price of every decision, of every action is several times higher. Usually individual player skill decides such battles. There is no all-purpose strategy for victory. Everything depends on every particular map, but that's a topic for other episodes. That's all for today. If you want to see more, like and subscribe to our new channel. Lastly, what's your favorite tactic? See you!